I took a risk. It ended up working out, and years later, we sold almost $1 million in sales by now, but way over $500,000 in sales.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the UnknownSimplicity podcast. I decided to do the intro while driving. Don't ask me why, but here we go. Today I got Alex, also known as FindnFlip. You find him on Instagram, FindnFlip. He's a reseller, so he sells used clothes. He goes to thrift stores, he buys in bulk from various sources, and he resells the clothes. And he has a great business from it. So that's his business. He's a family man. He just recently moved to Texas from Miami area. New house, new cars. I mean, he's got everything going on for him, and he's doing it well. And I've seen him start from the bottom and worked his way up. So it's pure hard work, dedication to the craft and the business. And hopefully you gain some insight. Hopefully you could take some things away from not only him being a reseller, just the way he works and his mindset. So let's get right to it, guys. Hopefully you like it. Welcome to the UnknownSimplicity podcast. Let's go. All right, so finally got my guy, Alex, here. It's been a while, man. We've been talking about this for a long time.
Yeah, for real. I know, man. Long overdue.
So he's been moving around. I've been moving around, new things, moving, kids, all that. But we finally
Literally running around.
Literally. So we got Alex. I'll let him introduce himself, but he's a friend of mine. You see, he's all tattooed up. I did all his tattoos, most of them. He just moved out of the town recently. He got a lot going on. So I just want to let, he'll introduce himself and then we'll go from there.
Yeah, what's up, everyone? My name's Alex, also known as FindnFlip on Instagram. That's what a lot of people call me. Not many people know my real name. But yeah, I've known me and X go back, way back, man. What, probably like over 10 years, way back. Yeah, man, so I'm excited to be here, man, yeah, basically I'll give you guys a little bit of information about me. Now I have a online business where I sell used clothing, mostly on eBay and stuff like that. We sell a lot of vintage clothing and modern stuff, just all different type of stuff, mostly used though. And yeah, that's all there is to it. It's not much more than that.
Yeah, I mean, he's making it sound simple, but there's a lot to it, right? I mean, yeah. First off, why use clothes, right? For the people that aren't familiar with like the reselling business, I know a little bit because of you. I've been around you. We went to Goodwill years ago.
Yeah.
Years ago, we did a little video. Remember when I was recording you going through in Goodwill?
Yeah.
So this has been a long time coming. So why use clothes? Like, is it a huge business that most people don't know about?
Well, first of all, I mean, sometimes I even went to Ross and TJ Maxx, and I would go to clearance stores like that, and I would buy new clothes. But first of all, I prefer selling used clothing because a lot of this stuff is donations from people, and it's going to these donation centers where people can shop for used clothing. But if nobody buys it in the stores there, what it's usually doing is they're getting sent to the landfill. So basically all that clothing that we waste in the United States, it's a big problem. We're just,
wow.
Yeah, a lot of countries, it's a really actually like a big industry. I'm not too big in the industry. I'm more do just like, selling stuff online, but that's one of the reasons why I preferred used clothing over new clothing. Always, they call it fast fashion, always buying new stuff, like, how it is, buying new stuff and not using it that much and stuff like that. And it's, it's more expensive too.
Yeah.
So it's a lot more overhead that goes into buying new inventory and stuff like that. And I don't know, the margins are a lot better in used clothing, I would say. And you just find unique pieces, and I really grew to like it over time, and kind of good at it too. So that helps.
Yeah, you are. I remember when you first started, man, and this came out of nowhere. Matter of fact, we should go back a few years, right? Before, to give them some context around who you were before the reselling business, right? Because we both have a
Mm.
past. We both had some rough times where we weren't as polished as we are now. What was it like before the reselling business? Like, where were you at
Man,
mentally? Everything.
man, it was pretty rough. That's my wife packaging some sales. It was
Okay.
pretty rough though, man. You know, the beginning of my journey, man, I was lost. You know, I didn't really have like a direction that I was headed. You know, I was kind of all over the place. You know, where I come from, not many people had like a business background or like a strong financial background, you know. So a lot of the things, you know, I'm still learning to this day. You know, the I originally sold my first item online back in 2017, possibly the end of 2016. And that was when I got my first, you know, idea of even selling a product online to someone completely random, you know, all over the world. And, you know, that just turned a light bulb on in my head. And, you know, it was one of the kind of best ideas I ever had. And, you know, I took a risk. It ended up working out. And, you know, years later, we sold almost $1 million in sales by now, but way over 500,000 in sales, you know, of used clothing.
That's
So
crazy. That's
yeah, and
crazy. He's talking
yeah,
about buying used clothing, the things that you don't want right now, the things that I don't kind of want. Like, kids grow out of clothes,
right.
you don't even know what to do with it. I donate them. He's talking about going to buy used clothes, and he obviously has to do the work. He has to take the pictures. He has to post them. He has to know what's gonna sell, what's not gonna sell. He doesn't buy randomly, but he's making money off selling used. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It still blows my mind every day when you know
I
I
know.
just yeah, I just sold an item today for 120 bucks. I bought it for 20, a used jacket, and it just
Mhm.
blows my mind. You know, that's not the everyday typical sale. You know,
Yeah, yeah,
not everything I sell has those kind of margins, but
of course.
it just blows my mind that people buy used clothing. You know, even a shirt for 15 bucks. You know, uh, just I mean, I personally don't I don't shop online for used clothing, so it still kind of like blows my mind. I've bought in a lot of used stuff in the store, you know, but I kind of need to try it on.
Of course.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I need to see it in person. I still am not, you know, I don't really buy much online myself, so that's why it's funny that I even sell online and like it just blows my mind. Like I just sold a jacket in Poland to
Wow.
Poland yesterday, and you know the guy paid 70 something dollars in shipping, and the item was only 40 bucks, but he paid you know double the cost in shipping to ship a used jacket. I'm just like it's so you know
Wow.
the possibilities are I mean it's amazing. Honestly, it's yeah
Yeah,
I'm
no.
speechless sometimes.
Facts. I mean, you did so much. And I know you, like, you're still kind of, I mean, you made a lot of sales. You have a family you're supporting. You just moved from the Miami area to Texas. He's a brand new car coming.
Oh,
And I know him. He's just getting started. There's so much more that he has to offer. Like, I know the sales that he's making now is just like entry level. Like, this is just the beginning.
you're right.
We're still, as entrepreneurs, we still, like, even with the shop, like, I make sales, like, we're doing pretty well, but there's always levels, right? Like, you have to unlock that as you grow, as you learn more, as you grow mentally. Um, you grow, right? And I know you have a long way to go. This is just the beginning, because obviously there's other resellers that making a lot, right?
Oh
And
yeah,
and there's people that are not making as much. So, like, you're leveling up
right.
as you go. This is just the beginning.
Yeah.
Um, so I want to kind of get into, you started a company, I guess it's a company or online course, FindnFlip University. Obviously, you had the sales to back it up, you had the knowledge, and you started that. I know you took a break because there's a lot going on. But why did you decide to open that Find and Flip University? And what is it? What is it?
So yeah, I opened up. I basically created an online course. I was getting a lot of questions from people on my Instagram and stuff like that. On like, do I teach people how to do this? Because a lot of people try to sell online, and it's not that easy to just get sales. It's not that easy. I mean, you have to have the right items. You have to have the right price. It's a lot that goes into it. So basically, I created an online course where um, basically I was teaching people how to run my business. How I run a business, an online reselling business, when it comes to selling used clothing primarily. But it applies to many different categories, many different type of products for the most part. And I launched it initially. It was supposed to be just like a 1 month type of a thing, and so after I ended up doing it for 2 months, and we had just under 20 students in total. And honestly, when I teach people things, I put a lot of my time into it. And that obviously took away time from my business. And, I have 3 kids and my wife and stuff like that. So balancing family and business already is, taking up a lot of my time. And the course was $100 for, I think no, maybe it was $200, something like that. I think it was $200. And as much as I want to help people, and actually a lot of people got some good value out of that. There's at least, I want to say, a handful of people that are still doing this full time and making a very good living off that, which is amazing. I mean, we had less than 20 students, and a handful of them are making thousands per month, since that. So actually, one of them just messaged me the other day. And I love getting messages like that, because they were like, they're still doing this and providing for their family. So that's major.
That's
You
dope.
know what I mean? It's major. So yeah, man. So I had to shut that down for a little bit and just focus on myself. We had the move going on, and still trying to run my business and balance the kids and family. So I put that on hold. But I am gonna bring it back in the near future. I'm gonna bring it back. I'll have a little Discord channel where I do weekly Zoom calls and stuff like that with the members. And
Nice.
because I remember when I started, and like I said, I was lost. I had no direction. Honestly, if I hadn't found out about selling products online, I don't know what I would be doing. So I kind of got lucky and fell into it, and I took the time and dove into it and did a lot of research, and lots of hours of YouTube, lots of hours of going out, touching product and looking at product, and seeing what works, seeing what doesn't. So it took a while. And basically, if I can help others and cut down all that learning time, I mean, there's a lot of people out there on YouTube and stuff that teach people how to resell, and they give tips and tricks and stuff like that. But I don't know of many like actual courses where it's like a piece of material that anybody entry level that has no
Yeah.
idea about this can just watch it and kind of understand. So that's
Yeah.
what I created. I basically, like, summed it down into like a 30-minute video, where basically you have no knowledge about the industry, and I teach you a lot of things. And so yeah, man, that's basically what my goal was with Find and Flip University, was to help people that are, either looking to make side income, or looking to replace their actual income, or people that work a full-time job and they don't have time for their families, and some people that just have no direction, maybe even, and are looking for something new. Definitely helped me out a lot. So if I could share that and maybe help some people, that'll be awesome.
And I know it's working. I want to say what you said about watching YouTube videos. A lot of people ask me like, yo, man, you're like, when I started investing, I made a little money in the market. Like, man, how'd you do it, man? How'd you grow this? Why'd you start that? I'm like, bro, everything's available online. everything. The problem with the good and the bad is that the good is it's accessible to everybody or most people that have internet connection. The bad thing is there's a lot of people there's a lot of fluff, right? You got to filter through the fluff. People that are just talking, maybe don't have anything to back it up. Like you have the numbers to back it up what you're doing. And I know that for a fact. I saw it. But the main thing is you got to want it, right? Like it sounds good because they see you making money. They see you moving, getting new cars and stuff like that. But it requires work and you really got to want it. And that's just with anything, right?
Yep.
So I can say with his course, I seen it because I was there when he was recording it. I know the guy that was recording it. I seen what he put into it, and it's straight to the point. So hopefully you get that back going when the time is right, and people can learn from that. Man,
yeah, absolutely.
I think we covered a lot so far, bro. I kind of want to. We kind of got to the point, but I guess to end it, I guess in business and just life and family, I mean, what does it really take to be successful? I mean, there's levels to success. There's different definitions of success. But your definition of success, like what does it take, the average person to be successful, like in your opinion?
Well, like you were just speaking about earlier, you got to really want it, and you got to understand what your definition of success is, because not everyone's success is alike. Just because you see someone, being successful in this way, doesn't, and you may be interested in that might not be your course or your direction. You know what I mean? It's a balance, man. It's freedom. It's having the balance for whatever it is that you desire. For me, it's being able to have time for my family and do what I want when I want. You know, we're still in the beginning of our journey, so we're still grinding, and we have a long way to go. But where I'm at right now, I'm really grateful, and it just took a lot of like you said, man, if you want it, you just got to put in the work. No excuses.
That's it.
You got to make it happen with all the technology we have at our hands. Like you said, it could be a gift and it could be a curse, but use it to your advantage. And there's a lot of information out there. If you really want to figure something out, you can figure it out. You have to believe in yourself, and you just have to get it done. No excuses.
That's it. No shortcuts. There's no shortcuts. We can look at all the successful people. I follow a bunch of people. It seems like they just got it overnight. But if you look into their stories, 10 years, 15 years, whatever, however long in the making, it's just a process. And we're on that. And we're doing good.
I'm extremely excited to see what the future holds, man. I love what you've been doing, bro. And we're putting in the work. We're taking things to the next level. And like you said, it doesn't happen overnight. It's years and years and years. I've seen you've been putting in the work for years, bro. I've seen, I've been in tune with everything that you've been doing, man. I love what you're doing. I support you. I'm excited for you, man. And I feel the same. I feel the same way. Me and you are very alike. You know what I mean? We're doing a lot of things. We got our eyes on a lot of things. That's what happens when you want to do better.
Yeah.
Your mind's always going, and you're always, just wanting the best, So I'm excited to see what the future holds, man. I'm excited. We definitely on the right path, man, and looking forward to seeing us in a couple of years.
Yeah, Alex is one of the only guys that I really talk to, like when it comes to business, or we have some kind of issue or anything. Like, we're very like-minded. I want to end it like this too. I think it's okay to transition, right? So some people see me starting with the clothing brand or just going through the motions, and I changed things up so many times. And it's okay, right? It's okay to start something, bust your ass, and then realize maybe this isn't the direction I want to go. And then in a minute or in a few days or a month, a year, and something could just come at you out of nowhere and be like, oh shoot, this is the direction I want to go now. Like, you have to be open to change, because not everything's perfect. Not everything's what you want, whatever it is, it might not be really what's for you, So you got to just take whatever life comes at you, any adjustments you have to make, pivot when you have to, And then if the right thing is there, like it will come back, or you'll just keep growing and growing eventually. But yeah, it's okay to change. It's okay to pivot, or it's okay to just grind on that one thing until you make something huge of it. It's just life is life, right? Like everybody gets, oh man, this is not working. Well, take the time, like just take your time, be patient. Be
Yep.
patient. Don't get stuck on the media and see all these people making it and killing it. Most of the time, you don't even know if that's facts. You don't even know what they're talking about is real and true. The lifestyle that they live, they can have all these nice cars and house, but you don't know they could have like zero in the bank. They could be living check
Mhm.
to check, and it's possible. You know it. You know that's reality. So
Yep.
don't be too hard on yourself, people. Take the time, live your life the way you want to live it, and that's that. Where can they find you, my bro? Instagram or
Oh yeah,
website?
yeah, I'm only on Instagram. You guys can follow my journey on there and reach out via Instagram at FindnFlip. And and yeah, man, that's about it, man. I appreciate your time, man. It was good, good speaking with you. Definitely got to do it again soon.
Oh, facts, facts. Appreciate you, bro. Keep it going, and we talk soon.
All right, for sure, my brother. Be good.
Peace, bro.
Peace.